Hey everyone, it's Susan Pierce Thompson and welcome to the weekly vlog. I'm still on location here and I'm enjoying being in this amazing video studio. And I was thinking for this week, the vlog topic that I want to cover has to do with surrendering the food. And in particular, when we first start our bright line eating journey. So I know we're early in the year and lots of people are just getting going with bright line eating. And my guess is that you might have experienced when you first started a little bit of shock with the food plan in some area or another. Maybe the whole thing was a shock. Maybe it's like, no sugar, that's a shock. No flour, that's a shock. Why can't I eat whole wheat flour? Why can't I have fruit juice? Maybe there's a million things about the food plan that shocked you. Or maybe there was just some little aspect of it. Like maybe you were thinking, I can put stevia in my tea. I've been doing it that way for years. It doesn't bother me. Or maybe you are thinking, I don't really need to weigh my food. I have a sense of what my portions need to be. Maybe I'll just weigh it out a couple of times and then eyeball it from there. Or maybe, corn tortillas are your thing and you're thinking, I should be able to have corn tortillas for breakfast as my grain or, whatever. Fill in the blank of whatever your little sort of sticking point might have been. And what I'm thinking about this week is just how valuable it is to surrender that thing, whatever it is, and just stick with the food plan exactly as outlined. And there's two reasons that I think that kind of surrender is especially valuable. The first reason is that there might be some reason why we're making the recommendations that we make here at Bright Line Eating. It might be the case that if you put that stevia in your tea, it's actually going to inhibit the regeneration of the dopamine neurons in the nucleus accumbens and keep your brain from healing the way it needs to heal in order to really allow you to break free from cravings. It could be that whatever that little thing is actually a linchpin in the system, and you don't want to mess with a system that has been shown to work really well. So that's the first thing, is you never know. It could be actually an important thing that you surrender that little thing. But let's say it's not. Let's say, that you're right, and it would work just as well if you, modified it in that little way, whatever that is. Here's the second reason that I think actually it's still a good idea to surrender it. Because when we watch ourselves surrender and sacrifice for something, we come to understand and believe at a very deep level that that thing must be really important to us. It's kind of the same way that when we watch ourselves care for a newborn baby, by cleaning poop off its butt every day, by waking up in the middle of the night, even though our sleep is really important to us, by canceling appointments, by even just taking off from work for a period of time to stay home. When we watch ourselves sacrifice, it's observing ourselves going the extra mile that actually hammers home the point of how important that thing is to us, how valuable it is to us, how much we love it, how special it is in our hearts. And when you sacrifice for your Bright Line Eating program, you're going to watch yourself do it. Notice the phrasing I'm using here. This is all about SelfPerception Theory, which was formulated by a guy named Daryl Bem, a professor at Cornell University decades ago. And Daryl Bem said, basically, we learn who we are and we learn what matters to us by watching our behavior. Not by knowing in advance what matters to us and acting accordingly, but actually we watch ourselves behave in the world, and through watching ourselves, we come to learn what matters to us. So if you behave in a way of like sacrificing something that really matters to you, something that you're holding on to, and you decide to let it go, you're going to watch yourself do that, and in the end, your Bright Line Eating program is going to reap the rewards of that. You're going to pay those dividends and ante up, essentially, and you're going to be all the stronger for it because your Bright Line Eating program is going to be clearly front and center in your life as something that means so much to you, and that means that down the road when it's tested, you're going to be less likely to give it up because you know how much it means to you. So if you're starting out on your Bright Line Eating journey, or if you've been doing it for a long time and you notice there's something that you've been holding on to, I invite you to try experimenting with surrendering it and seeing if it doesn't work out in your favor in the long run. So that's the weekly vlog. I'll see you next week.